Hey guys, it's Cody Jr. here, and I'm back on Cody Jr. Central channel, which is all about sports. But I'm not going to go over every preseason game because I didn't watch the preseason game, but I did see a good amount, at least I would say, of the Falcons Dolphins game, and we are going to go over stats and takeaways from this game. Now, just because we won does not mean every take is going to be positive because first of all, it's preseason. Just because, and yeah, 19-3 is a good score, but it's not a perfect score, so we won't go over everything. Let's start with the Dolphins stats though. I think his name was like Shakir Thompson or something. Who of course did not play. He was 10 of 16, 104 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks. Mike White was 9 of 14 for 85 yards and an interception, 3 interceptions combined. Running game had a lot of people touch the ball, including Miles Gaskin for 57 yards, um, Ezukanma for 52 yards, A Chain, who had a really bad day, for 25 yards, Brooks for 24 yards, and Shakir Thompson ran himself twice for 10 yards. Receiving, A Chain at least did good in the receiving game, 4 for 41. Higgins had 2 for 36. Miles Gaskin also had 2 for 20, so totaling up to 77 yards. Cedric Wilson, 1 for 17. Ezra Kanma got 3 for 15, so the running backs caught the ball a lot. And Craig Kraft, 14, 12 for Coleman, 11 for Barrios, and Brooks, 6 for Sauber and Ahmed. Defensively, the best tackler was former Georgia Bulldog Channing Tindall. Is C. Smith Christopher Smith? No, we have a Christopher Smith. No football player. Oh no, that must be a different C. Smith. He's playing for the Raiders. But yeah, he had 3 tackles, a sack for Tyndall as well, sack for Nelson, a Hughes, and Twyman. They had a lot of people, and they had 0 interceptions, and yeah, they were pretty normal along with on special teams. But Jason Terrence did kick a field goal. Falcons side, we have Logan Woodside, who was 14 of 23 and 146 yards, no TDs, no interceptions, just a game managing game. Next, on the ground, we have Angus Igwebuike, Igwebuike, 13 carries, 70 yards, a touchdown. Carlos Washington did way worse, 12 carries for 27 yards. Logan Woodside had his own carry for 5 yards. Xavier Malone leads the team with 2 receptions for 50 yards. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had 1 catch for 20. Carlos Washington had 3 for 19. Tucker Fisk, 3 for 15. Josh Ali, 1 for 14. Penny Hart, 1 for 9. Scotty Miller, 1 for 9. Sexton and Radkovich both had 1 for 5. Tackles leading the team are DeMarco Hellams and Tay Davis with 7 and 5 respectively. Actually, I think you add the assisted onto the tackles. Anyway, we got sacks for Chapman, Brooks, Arnold Ebiketie, who also forced a fumble, so good for him. And Nathan Landman, a half a sack for Huggins and Mike Jones Jr. Interceptions for DeMarco Hellams, the rookie of Alabama. I think it was like Lucas Dennis and Borders, who took it home for a touchdown. 6 for special teams. D. Alford had 1 punt return for 79 yards and 1 touchdown. And Koo missed 2 extra points. That isn't one of my takeaways though, because it's kicker. It's his first game. It won't be too big of a deal, I hope. We're just not gonna put it in our takeaways. But yeah, Koo, please don't miss 4 extra points, especially during the regular season and maybe the postseason. But it's time for our 3 Falcons versus Dolphins takeaways. First, we're gonna start with the positive one. Our defense was a big play machine. 3 interceptions, a few sacks, and a forced fumble. 2 of those interceptions were just straight up tipped. The first one was tipped in the Helm's hands by Trey Flowers, and I don't know about the second one. The second one was just fell into Dennis's hands pretty much. He did a nice play for it. It was a bad throw, and the next one was the third one was also tipped. This time in the Border's hands, and he had an easy pick six. And I don't know, but Katie forces a fumble on the QB. I hope he can be really good this year, because even with people like Bud Dupree, we're still going to be needing for rotational edge rushers, and these guys aren't going to stay here forever, of course. So Evan Katie is going to be a big part of this team, hopefully for a while, which means he's going to have to yeah, I like seeing that his first sack in the entire season so far is a forced fumble. We hope to see more of that. But and we also only held them to 3 points. Like they made the goal to like our 20 like 2 or 3 times, but they can never put points on the board, which is important. Bend don't break. But my negative is also on the defensive side. The big plays were a little too common, specifically in the first half. Now, this isn't too big of a deal because, well, first of all, it's preseason. I'll say that for the last one too. All the others who got interceptions most likely aren't starting. But yeah, the big plays were a little bit annoying. They kept running it for 20 plus yards, and then the throws for 17 and 10 yards, 11 yards. You only limit that a little bit, but you have all of our best pass rushers, Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, Caden Ellis. None of them are playing in this game. So I'm not really surprised that we are allowing a lot of big plays, but I just hope that Ryan Nielsen, our defensive coordinator, can get used to that and limit that a little bit more. Because we're doing really good in like 3rd and 2 and they run it. Usually it didn't work. But if it was 2nd and 7, you would see a run for 10 or a pass for 11. We'll limit that a little bit. But yeah, it's just a small negative. And then finally, I have a question. Where does Patterson fit with all these running backs? Because there has been trade rumors circling around him, which are valid. Because now we have Bijan Robinson, who just picked with the 8th pick. You know he's getting a lot of playing time. Tyler Algier, who ran for 1,035 yards last year, and got some good receiving yards as well. And then we just saw Igubuike. Yeah, he had a really good game, 5.4 yards per carry, 70 yards in the TD. If he ends up getting like some carries, we're about to wonder where will Patterson fit. Because I don't want to see us paying this guy who's only getting kick returner, no matter how good of a kick returner he is. He's either going to be on the field or he needs to get traded. But we'll see what the Falcons do about him. Because I know he really loves being in Atlanta, and that might restrict us from wanting to trade him. But hey, it's a question because we don't really know. But yeah, I don't want to say too much and be too happy about the situation because I am happy that we won. It's good to see your team win. But it is preseason. We just have to keep our head up, make strides towards the regular season. Next week, we will against the Bengals on the 18th. So I hope you guys enjoy that game as well. But yeah, that's it for today. I might make a prediction video today as well, but we'll see. See you guys next time, though. This is Go Junior Central. Adios.